even strength, 5-a-side the two teams skate. Steve Washburn is on the board for Florida, on the road with a 1-0 lead. Reiki hoists it towards Van Beesbrook. Knocked it down with a catching glove, and the turning Karkner will play it away. Shepard uses the boards nicely. Washburn cranks it in. Mellenby goes hunting for the puck with Joe Reiki. Reiki soccer styles one but not out. Shepard on the Cape. Point drive right on. Kolzig with a stick save as he denied Murphy.
Problem with the Capitals right now, they're not getting anything going forechecking wise. They've only established one shot on net. That's not very good when this period's winding down. Just under 6 minutes left to go here. I mean, you've got to get more shots against a goaltender like Van Beesbrook. Shot total 7 Florida, 1 for the Caps.
Now 14+ minutes into the hockey game. Tom Fitzgerald roaring in, fires, and Kolzig made a good stick save there. Jovanovski didn't handle that bouncing puck on the rebound all that well, but there's a penalty behind the play before the Caps are out of there 2-on-1.
And Jovanovski hooked down because of that. Gregson's calling a minor penalty. And the Capitals have to go to the PK. Jan Bulis heading to the box. Happened just inside the Capitals' blue line as the Capitals try to attack with a 2-on-1. Gregson picks up the infraction. Here's the play towards the net. Watch it come to the points. Here's Bulis, and there's Jovo Kopp. The hook into the gut right there. The Caps are off and running, but referee Gregson picks it up. And because of that, the Panthers with a power play. Here's a good shot right there by Fitzgerald off the wing. And there's the bouncing biscuit. Jovo Kopp upended. Jan Bulis in the penalty box for the Capitals.
Caps penalty killing at their former home. A bit better than 84%. Now at MCI Center watching the Panthers work on their first power play of the night. Gagne. Garpenlov and Nemirovsky, the forwards. This is Garpenlov with Cote draped on top. Sylvain Cote steals the puck from two Panthers. Did not clear. Fine work by Svela. Dave Gagne, drive right on. Rebound, squeezed by Kolzig.
Pretty good pick out of the air as the Capitals thought they had the biscuit cleared out of the zone, but snapped out of midair with the end of the stick. Nemirovsky, a guy with great hands. The Panthers kept the pressure on this power play.
We've seen Phil Housley do this, and right here, Svela, brilliant to knock this down.
Yeah, excellent play at the point. Here it is. They get stripped in the corner. It looks like the Caps are in good shape. And here's Cote with the shot. And there's Svela with a nice pick out of midair. And out of this, they get a nice Gagne shot. Good blocker, good recovery by Kolzig, making sure he covers up on that rebound.
They bump their shots on goal lead to the Panthers to 9-1. Whitney to the corner for Washburn. Ray Shepard. Back for Ray Whitney. Whitney at the midpoint. Svela down low. Closing on the goal line. Trying to find Mellenby. That pass came right on through, and the Caps are able to clear. You see the time left in the power play for the Panthers. 4:45 to go in the opening frame. 1-0 Florida. Washburn stick check. Reiki on the handle. Jeff Toms with time, able to lift the backhand all the way down. Panther power play, 11.5% overall, 9.6 on the road. We talked about Brian Murray, our new head coach, being disappointed with the special teams. That's another area they've got to pick up. Svela with Shepard. The entry for Mellenby. He had a stick lifted nicely by Juno. Jovanovski fires and hit the post. Through a screen, Kolzig late to react.
And that might have been redirected right in front. Caught a stick. Panther forward set up in front Mellenby, and I think he got a chunk of that. Hard shot by Jovanovski off the pipe and out.
1-0 Panthers, 3:50 to go in the first period. Juno rolling in, his shot blocked away. Out into the spectator seats.
Adam Oates went down hard. Jovanovski stepped up on him as he stepped over the blue line. Jovanovski, a great open ice hitter. We got to step aside. 1-0 Panthers, 3:48 left here in the first on HTS. Caps in Florida. Heavy hit by Ed Jovanovski on Adam Oates. Look at him lay him out right there. That's how you stand up when you're a big defenseman. And here's Jovanovski at the other end, clanking one off the pipe that beat Kolzig through a screen.
Richard Zednik and Kelly Miller trying to put a shot on John Van Beesbrook. The backhand goes wide. The Caps have been limited to just a single shot on goal with 3.5 minutes to go in period number 1. It is 1-0 for the visiting Panthers. Dave Gagne regrouping with Rhett Warrener's help. Garpenlov spilled down to the deck. Laws lifts the backhand into the Washington territory. Bulis playing catch with Johansson. Now Miller off to Jan Bulis. Wrist shot, he zipped that high and wide. Miller from long range missed the target. Lindsay stick checked by Gonchar. Radek Dvorak watches as it comes through, and Rod Krieger has the handle for the Caps. Schwela looking over his shoulder to find Adam Oates. Plays the wing for Tom Fitzgerald. Lindsay stripped by Chris Simon. It is 1-0 Panthers on a Steve Washburn goal. The rookie netting his 4th at 7:23. Oates sends one in. Van Beesbrook slows Kartner, wrapped up by Simon. Krieger in there as well. Referee Gregson allowing the boys to play along the boards. Krieger comes out of there with a puck. Oates, deft little touch. Gonchar through traffic blocked. Never reached Van Beesbrook. Lindsay overlapping with Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going wide. Angled well to the corner. Lindsay has a chance, and he flung that wrister off the mark. Ray Whitney, nice little move. A pivot away from Chris Simon. Whitney's got the corner. Wrap around, he dumped it wide.
Whitney very quick, turns on a dime, can beat you out of small places. You think you have the kid lined up, and he squirts free. They're a nifty play by number 14 of the Panthers.
Oates leaves it softly to the corner. That will allow Ron Wilson a line change on the fly. Ed Jovanovski revolving with Ray Whitney. Whitney in the attack. Cote made the poke check. Got a helping hockey stick from Steve Konowalchuk. Caps looking to catch the Panthers as we go end to end. Juno plays the corner. Joe Juno eyed by Jovanovski. His pass caromed off the side of the goal.
I think they need a shot on net before they go in between periods here. Not very an impressive performance so far by the Washington Capitals. A little bit tentative. Maybe the excitement, the hoopla, the adrenaline's maybe just on the far edge, too far over. They're just not playing with the calm that they had the other night in New York.
Joe Juno got freight trained by Washburn. 48 seconds to play in the first. Washburn carries the attack for the Panthers towards the goal. Kolzig will squeeze it, pinning it to the ice for a face-off in the Cap defensive end with 36 and change in the opening period.
It's been a long while since the Capitals have only had one shot on net in any period. There it is. This is the 4th time in team history that the Caps have been held to one shot in the period of a home game. Pretty impressive defensive work by this Florida Panthers team. They've done a great job in the neutral zone. That's where the Capitals generate a lot of their speed and and they've really been shut down, having a troubled time trying to get it in deep and establish a forecheck.
Dale Hunter controls the draw. Berube, a return for Hunter, held off by Ryan Johnson. Lindsay with a little one-hand shove. Fitzgerald's slapper was deflected. That nearly gave Kolzig fits. He had to lunge to his left to make the glove save.
That was a good save. Redirected once again off the leg of a Capitals defenseman. He has to get that big glove out. So Olaf Kolzig getting some heavy work here. In his first start at MCI Center, has faced 11 shots, has stopped 10. Here's the play through the neutral zone. Lindsay up front. Nifty play coming over the blue line right there by Fitzgerald. There's that hard slap shot. He had a lot more mustard on it. Redirected off the leg of the defenseman and slowed down a little bit, but forced Kolzig to make a diving save.
See Kolzig's numbers against the Panthers, and even 2-2-2. 1-0 Florida. 12 seconds to go in the opening period. Karkner chasing after that puck, and he'll make the touch up, and the Panthers will have another offensive draw. Terry Karkner, longtime Philadelphia Flyer, started with the Rangers in Quebec, 5 years in Philly, a couple in Detroit, and now his third season along the Panther blue line.
Nothing fancy by Terry Karkner. He just gets the job done game in, game out. Impressive game against the Bees, +6 in that 10-5 win. That really helps your plus minus if you're on the winning end of it.
I will say. Dave Gagne opposed by Adam Oates with 8.6 seconds to play in the first. Mellenby wanted to switch up with Lindsay. They switch wings. Visitor gets that stick down first. Gagne won the draw clean. Jovanovski hammers away, blocked by Chris Simon. Simon, does he have a chance? Does he have time? Not enough, as Van Beesbrook came out to spoil the party. Chris Simon and the Washington Capitals will file off to the dressing room, but not before words are exchanged. Adam Oates in a heated discussion.
Dave Gagne involved with the Florida Panthers.
Still mouthing to Oates as the two teams head for their respective dressing rooms. Just the fourth time that the Caps have been held to a single shot in a period. The last time was January 11th, 1994 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. A game the Leafs won 2-1. Just a single shot on goal. Now they're going to change it to 2. That was a shot on net. The Chris Simon bit at the end. Very good. It keeps the Caps out of the record book then. But it was Steve Washburn striking first here at MCI Center. 7:23 into the opening period. Washburn picked up his 4th of the year. It was a redirect of a Paul Laws, Rhett
There's
Warner
a team
play.
that's going to get some shots.
Caps alumni. They come on momentarily. We send it down now to Al Koken. He's got Adam Oates alongside.
All right, Joe, thanks very much. Adam, only one shot on goal for this team in that first period. Was it a little opening night jitters, or is it the Florida Panthers?
Well, I guess a little bit of both. We played a couple of days ago. You're coming home. Kind of a long day today, with the new building and the excitement in that. And obviously it wasn't our best period, but we'll get it going.
Does it feel like home yet?
No, not yet, obviously. It's going to take a while, but, it's a beautiful facility, and we're really happy to be here.
What is your take on the facility? What do you think about the ice? Anything we should know about what's going on in that period physically with this building?
Well, it's tough to say. It's only been one period. Ice is a little choppy. I think it's going to take some time for them to get the ice down. Usually in the new buildings, that's what happens, and, we'll go from there.
All right, Adam Oates. Capitals find themselves down to the Florida Panthers. We've got much more hockey ahead. We'll get to our intermission activities with Capitals alumni on the ice when we continue after this on HDS.
Capitals Hockey is brought to you by your new Dodge dealers. We know how to help. And by Canon. So advanced, it's simple. And by Molson Golden. Canada's best. Beauty, eh? We look down at the center ice dot with the Florida Panthers in front by 1 on a Steve Washburn goal. Craig Laughlin. We get ready for the second period to begin. And the Florida Panthers, a team that has played better on the road than at home, and they have continued that trend tonight as we look at the statistics through 20 minutes.
Well, definitely the shots on goal statistics is the glaring one. 11-2 favor the Panthers. Scoring chances, the Caps with the goose egg, 4 for the Panthers. Face-offs favor the Caps by a pair, and the power play's not really a factor.
Washburn to start the middle period. Poke check by Oates. Two teams going 5 aside, even in full strength. Shvela. Washburn lost it. Oates tried to jam that one on the target. Missed wide on the glove side. Ray Shepard coughed it up. Simon, Oates, Krieger out there to start things for the Caps in period 2.
Leave that stick. Leave it.
Oates in tight quarters. Gave it ahead to Krieger. Krieger working in. Turns the corner. Tried the pass for Johansson. That was read well. Shepard, stick handling in. Still with the puck. Little drop pass. Shvela over skates. Simon sends away Joe Juneau, galloping in. Juneau hits the brakes. Wrist shot blocked off. Good recovery by Jovanovski.
Good speed, change of speed by Juneau, forcing the defenseman to leave him and allowed him a direct access to the net. Good opportunity, but off the leg.
Juneau waits. Toms off the bench. Shut down by the blocking glove of Van Beesbrook. Jeff Toms to the corner. Jovanovski ahead of Konowalchuk. Ed Jovanovski launched it back to center ice a little more than a minute into our second period. Toms, drive, stop, rebound left there and swept out of harm's way. Gonchar sets. Juneau towards the cage, carrying that off a defender and wide of the Florida net. And this could be a boarding or roughing penalty as Shvela is atop a Capital.
Yes, Svela's going to get the gate.
Off, and Murphy will sling it all the way the length of the rink.
He's got 11 short-handed goals as a Panther, so he's a guy that would like to get clicking.
Adam Oates cuts into the middle, finds Housley. His shot towards the net, struck a skate boot, winds up off the playing surface.
Now they're missing some key guys too. When you look at penalty killing, when you have guys, and not even the guys that are the lineup now, they're missing some key guys, but last year when they don't sign Skrudland, they don't sign Mike Huff, they're two guys that the Florida Panthers relied heavily on in this penalty killing situation.
And in talking with Brian Murray, the Panthers bench boss earlier today, he said, we made the decisions as an organization to not re-sign in some cases and to let go other cases, those veteran players, those senior influences on some of the younger guys in this lineup. The Panthers had a motive. Richard Zednik not in the best of sorts over at the Caps players bench, doubled over at the waist. Power play continues for the Caps, who trail by one, little more than 2 minutes into period two. Juneau relays to the front. That caught Simon in the skate. Housley, another deft keep at the point. Housley, one-timer, stick save Van Beesbrook, always under control. Juneau away from Warrener. Oates on the perimeter for Housley, got it back. Adam Oates closing to the cage, loads in, fires, that struck Murphy. Murphy, one hand, did not clear. Housley again keeping it in. Oates beyond the goal line for Juneau. Johansson well down. Adam Oates, Simon hovering in the slot. Nice look down low, backhand bid. Juneau stopped by Van Beesbrook, and the Panthers cleared.
Great puck move by the Washington Capitals, and when they did get it down low, they weren't standing around. You got to take it to the net. They did. Good stop by Van Beesbrook, keeps the biscuit out of the basket.
Caps have already doubled up their first period shot on goal production. They've outshot the Panthers 4-0 in this second period. Offside Caps. Adam Oates on the rush.
Just much more energy. This is the type of Capitals team we expected in the first. Now they've got their feet wet here in their new facility. They're ready to go here in the second and have played much better. The Capitals on the power play. Here they are moving it around from the sidewall to the point, give and go. When it goes down to Juneau, a strong move to the net. They had caught two Florida Panthers on the half wall with a couple of passes. Oates to the point, Murphy caught up high.